From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Robin Chan with today's voice briefing. It's Thursday, September 7th, 2023. From automotive reporter Jamie LaRoe. A UAW strike against one or all of the Detroit 3 automakers seems more than likely at the moment, and industry observers say the cost to the car companies would be big and swift. According to an analyst, while a UAW is not likely to get the 40% hourly wage increase across the life of the contract it seeks, it could get its much-desired cost of living adjustment through. Sam Fioroni, Vice President of Global Vehicle Forecasting for Auto Forecast Solutions, stated in a newsletter that a simultaneous strike by the UAW and its Canadian counterpart Unifor for even a month would produce inventory losses that automakers would likely not be able to replace this year. Fioroni wrote, quote, "A simple one-day strike across the US and Canada would remove 25,000 units of production. A strike by Unifor could remove as many as 50,000 vehicles from production in just 1 month, while a similar length strike by the UAW could eliminate the output of as many as 500,000 vehicles. With tight production schedules and the current level of overtime, recovery of those lost vehicles, especially in this calendar year, is all but impossible." End quote. For more on this story, you can search for Jamie LaRoe's article, As UAW Nears Strike Deadline, Detroit 3 Brace for Losses, Predictions, Potential Impact, on Freep.com.
Hi, I'm Arben Lobo. I cover politics and state government for the Detroit Free Press. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer embarked for a week-long trade mission to Japan Wednesday with the goal of securing outside business investment back in Michigan. Whitmer, along with other state economic development officials, will meet with Japanese business and government leaders, as well as make appearances at international trade meetings in Tokyo. The governor's office said the manufacturing industry will be a key focus for Whitmer during the trade mission. This marks the third such mission the governor has taken to bring business back to the Mitten State this year, as she's made previous trips to Norway and Austria already in 2023. Michigan lawmakers have signed off on hundreds of millions of dollars worth of incentives to attract business investment already this year in deals backed by the Whitmer administration. The hope is that these investments will boost job creation and economic growth in Michigan. Following the trip to Norway, a Norwegian company announced it would build a plant to make equipment for renewable hydrogen production in Michigan. The deal could lead to $400 million in capital investment, according to the governor's office.
I'm Frank Witzel with the Detroit Free Press. Perhaps it was the weather, which over the decades defeated other, even much younger swimmers, or perhaps it was his age, which at 60 meant his body wasn't as strong as it used to be, or perhaps it was just a bit of bad luck. Jim Dwyer, a man who revels in being nicknamed the Shark, tried this week to repeat his swim across Lake Michigan, but he had to quit before finishing for the second time this summer. He was done in, he said, after 9 hours in the water. Dwyer of Grand Haven swam across the lake in 1998 when he was 34 and then swam across the other 4 Great Lakes. This time, the endurance swimmer started Monday unescorted from Milwaukee to Grand Haven. But he didn't make it, and just after midnight Wednesday, he posted to social media as his supporters began to worry. He said, "I'm safe on dry land in Milwaukee." Whether he made it across or not, his fans still rejoiced and called him an inspiration. One person said he was concerned, and then injected some humor, saying, "Glad you're a land shark right now."
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department. The NFL season is finally here, and the most anticipated Detroit Lions season in at least 3 decades begins tonight as the Lions are in Kansas City to take on the defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. Now, while the Lions come in with a lot of hype, the question marks really hover over the Chiefs. Yes, they still have Patrick Mahomes, who's considered the best quarterback in the NFL, but Mahomes' favorite target, Travis Kelce, tweaked his knee during practice this week and is questionable at best. And the Chiefs' best defensive player, lineman Chris Jones, is in the middle of a contract holdout and is likely not to play tonight. Does that mean the stars are aligning for the Lions to not only start 1-0, but to do it against the defending champs? We'll just have to wait tonight at 8:20 to find out.
Find more from the Detroit Free Press by visiting Freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thanks for listening, and you'll hear more from us tomorrow.